Good morning all, CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday morning, January 31st. Looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. A lot going on today. First and foremost, it's the last day of the trading month. Second, both Google and Microsoft had earnings. Microsoft's pretty much only down 3/4%, but Google's down over 5%. So that's obviously putting a big drag on the NQ. We also have the Fed at 2 o'clock and then his press conference at 2:30. We should and will trade this day as in whatever the market-generated information is given us up until that point. After that, a lot of that goes out the window, as you all know. So what is happening this morning? Well, a couple of dramatic things here. First and foremost is the NQ. They're attempting now to come out of a 5-day balance to the downside on a gap. That's number one. Number two, it would also be coming out of an inside day to the downside on a gap. Number three, their overnight low right now is into the single prints from the 19th, and they're right above the weekly low from January 23rd. Why is that important? Because if they take that out, the weekly comes into balance. So there's a chance for the NQ to go from up in the weekly to balance, and on the daily from balance to down. Couple of things change in there if those things occur. As far as ES goes, again, I'm trading this as an inside day. We might attempt to be coming out of it on a gap. Downside gaps have not held this year at all. I think they're I'll tell you right now, let me get my little stat sheet up. They are 0 for 4 this year. I'm sorry, they're 1 for 5 downside gaps. Upside gaps are 0 for 4. More importantly, for us, is the base of this price spike. We haven't tested it yet. Remember, NQ yesterday, first time they came down and tested the base of that price spike, I was fortunate, and then after that they blew right through it. So they did not find buyers there. Now look at this. They also have a price spike from January 23rd. Okay? Let's go over to that right here. So far, not even stopping at it. In fact, they're 65 points lower than it. So where there were buyers on those days when the market spiked higher, they are nowhere to be seen as of right now in the NQ. ES a lot different. Right now, we're still above our original price spike, okay, which is at 27.50. We also have the other one down here. Where is it? From over here, all the way down here. So definitely ES acting better than NQ. However, if we do come out of this inside day down, you'll be coming into at least a 3-day balance to start. We'll see how much they come in because obviously the balance is just forming. And righty, right now, they also had an inside day. Their overnight high is above yesterday's high. So they're trading above value right now. Definitely different from what the S&P and the NQ are doing. So game plan early. Obviously gaps haven't held. It depends on the size of the gap. This is a good risk-reward short if this is the overnight high. We have 70 minutes to go because if they take out this overnight high, that gap's going to fill. It's only another 3.5 points. But it's a good risk-reward short the first time. On the downside, if it pulls back, this is, I think, is a good risk-reward long against the price spike at 27.50, and then you're taking about 4 points worth of heat. If you get the overnight low, again, I'm out of it because then maybe you start getting acceptance below there. Okay? Those are two real early plays. Again, inside days, you go with them and monitor for continuation or lack of. That's going to be very, very important. As far as NQ goes, they have a 10-wide POC, which was going to be a downside destination. It might become an upside. It's also exactly where the overnight high is, basically. So that's a good risk-reward short if they go get that. And then you can use the price spike where there were buyers on the 23rd as you're out if it gets above that. Because if you get above that, then the odds of filling the gap get better. And again, on the downside, if you want to front and run the overnight low to see if they hold some of these single prints from the 19th. These are all early plays. And then chart-wise, again, I'm come 2 o'clock. The odds of me trading are very slim. 2:30 is even the more dangerous time when he'll be his prepared remarks come out, and then obviously the Q&A. So look, we're tempted to stop one time framing up now after 9 days, right? Yesterday's volume was the third lightest of the year. Yesterday's range was the smallest of the year. So good odds we're going to expand both of those by a lot today. Initially, if we take out yesterday's low, it will be a 3-day balance. Good luck trading today. Thanks for liking and subscribing to this channel, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.